What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we are taking a look at the Bitcoin and the Ethereum price. They are both at critical support lines, all right? And are we going to break it and have that major correction that we were expecting now for the last few days? We're going to take a look at the 4-hourly, the 1-hourly time frame to see what is the most likely scenario. It is a very difficult moment to long or to short. We want to see some nice big breakouts with some nice volume so we can see the direction of the trend so we can take advantage with our trading. Remember guys, Phemex has got the best bonus available it has ever had, up to $2,500 by using my link in the description. And remember, if you're not joined up on any team yet for the Bybit competition, the World Series of Trading team, join the Bitcoinsensus team. There is $3,650 worth of bonus to be won. Said this, let's dive in straight into the video. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily TA on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I also do live streams to connect with the community. Now let's dive in here straight into the video. Now what we can clearly see here, that the price of BTC on the daily is a little bit overextended here, looking at the RSI, a bit overbought, and we are creating these bearish divergences. We are creating lower highs here on the RSI, still been creating, these higher highs on the price action. Now, okay, what can we expect here in the immediate short term? Well, there are some levels that I want to take a look here at the 4-hourly that are very, very important. Yesterday, it's very, very difficult to trade this situation because we are in a massive uptrend, but it is overextended, so it is dangerous to long right at this moment, but it's also very dangerous to short because we are not breaking still any levels, okay, with some nice volume, okay. We are at critical support, okay. It does look like that we have broken the support, but there's no volume. We could come straight back in. Yesterday, we were talking about this potential head and shoulder right over here. As you can see, we did create, this descending wedge. Also, there was a fake out right over there. There was a kind of a fake out here. I was saying, on my video, we want to see a clear breakout from here. Then we'll get into some trades if we do have that retracement. But unless we do not break here successfully, people try and FOMO into these trades, potential short, potential long. My deal, guys. We want to see a nice clear breakout. Don't worry, we'll have a moment to get into a trade. So now, it is dangerous to short or to long. What is my thoughts here on the price of BTC? What could happen now? Well, if we do clearly break round this range, okay, with some nice volume, then this is going to significate that we are going to come to lower levels. Now, if I zoom in here on the 1-hourly chart, we've been talking about this yesterday, that if this was a head and shoulder pattern, it's not the most beautiful, but we can clearly see that we have kind of created another right shoulder right over here. We did have a fake out, but now we are maybe creating this breakout. This could still be a fake out, but let's analyze the situation, because if we do get this trend line out of the way, you can clearly see that this now does look like more of a head and shoulder pattern. This right shoulder was going round about the top here of the left shoulder. Now, if this were to play out, if we do see a confirmation of this breakout, breaking the lower part here of the $46,500 range, well, the measured move from the impulse of the top here of the head to the neckline down to the neckline here, this should take us all the way down to the $45,000 area. But we do need to see some more volume. We need to see some selling pressure. There is going to be a lot of levels here that is going to be very hard to break to the downside. Also, let me just get some boxes here so you can clearly see where we've had multiple touches as support and as resistance here. As soon as we broke this purple box, you can see that we did manage to hold it as resistance nicely, creating this W and continuing to the upside, right? So now this is eventually going to be an important level, which is the $45,900 range, so 46,000. So as soon as we do have that major drop, if we do have some significant volume, I think on the retracement might be a good time, because I think that we are going to get rejected from this this major resistance right over here, which is the $47,000 range. Okay, this is plus minus $501,000 because of the volatility. There is a lot of volatility in the market, so we need to count, those extra dollars for the volatility. Now we might hit this range, and then if we do see some confirmed volume here, we do see a lot of nice big candle, and on the retracement, it might be a good idea to place some short orders. If the volume is confirming on the retracement, we do see that those choppy candles with a just slightly low volume here from the bull side, and this is where we potentially can take advantage on shorting the market. I am not going to short here. I'm not going to short, even though we do this kind of price action. I want to get into the best retracement possible so I can take advantage of that movement right over here to the downside. Okay, so this is my take on the bearish case scenario. Now the bullish case scenario would be, also guys, just let me talk about this major support range right over there, okay, because this is about the level where we should be stopping. Okay, as you can see, we were bouncing here for quite some times as support, and this is the $44,000 range. Now the head and shoulder pattern here, if we successfully have that breakout, should take us round about this area over here, which would almost be around the box here as support. So we might see a little bit of volatility before having that bounce. So if we do come here, retest this major support level, have the retracement, I think it is very, very likely that we're going to have that next impulse to the downside. We all need to take a look at the volume very, very importantly, because if the volume is low on the pressure going to the downside, I'm not going to take this trade here on the retracement. Now the bullish case scenario would be coming straight back in, okay, inside of this major trend line support area from this channel. This could easily be a fake out. We are still around this support range, as you can see, even though we are below the box, we are below the trend line. Watch out for fake outs. If we go and zoom in here on the 1 hourly, this volume is not as powerful. We are seeing a lot of candles here on the 1 hourly looking for that potential reversal. As you can see, we are forming a round bottom here, like you can see. So there's no intention here of the bears to be breaking lower. We want to see a clear breakout, at least 3, 4, 5% away from the price major support level of this area. Now this is easily a fake out. Now if we do come back in here, we're going to have to look for potential some bullish scenarios. Now it's going to be very difficult here to place some longs because we are still very overextended. I am not going to place any longs at all, even though we kind of get back in and break the resistance here from the supposed descending wedge. It is going to be very, very risky, guys, because we may be not even going to reach here at a double top and then potentially have the drop. It is very, very difficult to trade this market. I am just in standby, okay, maybe for a few hours or a couple of days to see where the price action is going to go in the next coming hours or potentially days. Guys, if you haven't joined any team on the World Series of Trading for Bybit, make sure to join the Bitcoinsensus team. There are great prizes to be won and also 3,650 bonus to be won here while you register with my team. Now let's take a look at the Ethereum chart. A lot of talk here, sorry guys. Now the Ethereum chart, the same on the daily. We do have that overextended bull run that we've had for the last few weeks. We're getting the bearish divergence on the RSI. So yeah, it does look like it is kind of playing out at this moment. Now bearish divergence doesn't mean that the price action is going to go low. It is more likely that it is going to go sideways and maybe continue up or sideways and to the downside. But what we can clearly see with the bearish divergence that it's very unlikely to continue making higher highs on the price action, especially on the daily, when you have the divergence that have played out so long here for the last couple of weeks, as you can see. Then yeah, it's very, very likely that we're not going to have just yet that major leg up. We're going to go sideways here for some days. Now zooming in here on the 4 hourly, the divergence are already playing out, so we could even go up from here. We've created the double top. The divergence on the daily have been playing out also here on the 4 hourly. So maybe now it is time for the price, to break this major resistance on the RSI and still go to the overbought territory, creating here high highs on the price action of Ethereum. Now, what else can we see here? I am not going to become ultra bullish on Ethereum unless we do see a successful breakout with some very nice volume here from the $3,370 range, which would be the top here where I've got this white box. Now, if we do successfully break out from here, it is going to be pretty clear that we are going to get potentially a major bounce at this $3,300 area, just because it's been such a strong critical support range. As you can see here in the past, this is going all the way back to May, as you can see, and it's been such a strong resistance. We are creating double tops, so it is very, very likely that if we do come all the way up here to 3,600, 700, that on the retracement we're going to pay attention. If we do have those choppy candles, it is going to be a very, very good buying opportunity in my opinion, all depending on the price action and the volume. Okay, now it is very, very critical area. I'm not looking for any longs or shorts at this moment to short this market. I'm not looking potentially to short. If we do, the most bearish case scenario, if we do have that major retracement here to the 2,900, it should be holding pretty nicely. But if Bitcoin does come all the way down to the 40K levels, we might see Ethereum, having that major volatility in between 2,900 and 2,600, okay, where we should be holding very nicely before continuing to the upside. So pay attention for this potential move. The 2,600 is also a super major resistance, as you can see here on the chart where I'm putting my blue circles right over here. So expect a lot of volatility if we do have that kind of retracement. And also, if we do take the Fibonacci extension from the low here, lower part here of the 1,700 to the 3,350 range, as you can see, it would make sense potentially coming at least to the 38%, 50% levels, which is in between the 2,600, 2,900, before we have that major rally to the upside. So this is what I've got for Ethereum, guys. Stay very, very cautious. It is pretty dangerous to long or short because we are in a massive bull trend, and to short the market. And also, if you want to long it, we are also a little bit overextended here, creating kind of a double top. So we need to break some major resistance to become bullish, and to become bearish. I mean, I'm going to be extremely bullish if we do have that major correction to this range to potentially long some positions here. Guys, this is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this quick update. I will be doing a live stream afterwards, guys, so make sure to click that notification bell so you're notified for the live streams. And if you haven't checked out Bitcoinsensus website, we've got the latest news and technical analysis here, totally free. Check it out. The link is down below. You can also check here the best bonuses on different exchanges, where the best fees also. So check it out, guys. All sorts here on the Bitcoinsensus website. Check out my tutorial of Bybit and PrimeXBT to learn on those platforms how to trade. Video on the screen. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next one.